Hello students, I Aarti Rani from School of Computer Applications, PBD University. Today in this session, I will discuss about the basics of IoT. So, introduction to Internet of Things. So, first we will start with the first slide. In this slide, I am showing the index. In index, these are the some points which are discussed in this session. The first one is introduction to IoT. The second one is benefits of IoT. The third is history of IoT. And the last is characteristics of IoT. Now, the introduction to IoT. The Internet of Things describes the network of physical objects, things that are embedded with sensors, softwares, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices. And the systems over the internet, these devices range from ordinary household objects to sophisticated industrial tools. So IoT comprises things that have been unique identities that are connected to the internet, while many existing devices such as network computer or 4G enabled mobile phones so already have some form of unique identities that are also connected to the internet. uh, the focus of IoT is configuration, control, and networking via the Internet of Devices or Things that are traditionally not associated with the internet. These include devices such as thermostats, utility meters, Bluetooth connected devices, irrigation pumps and sensors, or control circuits for an electronic car's engine. So IoT is a new revolution in the capabilities of endpoints that are connected to the internet. So IoT is a network of interconnected computing devices which are embedded in everyday objects, enabling them to send and receive data. Connecting everyday things embedded with electronics, softwares, and sensors to internet, enabling to collect the exchange data without human interaction, called as the Internet of Things. The term Internet of Things refers to the anything that everything in day-to-day life which is accessed or connected through the internet. This is a diagram which shows the different areas connected to the IoT. These areas like IoT enabled factories, IoT enabled ships, airplanes, trains, IoT enabled cities, IoT enabled home and buildings, IoT data centers, IoT enabled mobile devices, etc. Now, the benefits of IoT. The first is improved efficiency. In efficiency, these are some points like a real-time monitoring, real-time data collections, optimized processes. The second one is better decision making, data-driven decision making, predictive analytics, and trend identifications. The third one is increased safety and security in the form of public safety and industrial safety. The fourth point is cost savings. Smart energy management and smart agriculture are the way of saving the cost. The next is history of IoT, a brief history of Internet of Things, which helps and gives some much needed context to this fast developing. So the history start from the 1982. Students invent a connected Coke machine. Students at Mellon University connected the department vending machine to the main computers via the local network, enabling them to check if drinks were available and cold. Not everyone liked Coke, but they all loved this invention. Now, in 1989, the World Wide Web is invented. British scientist Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web while working at CERN. The governmental system of satellites was complemented by privately held ones providing futures IoT systems with communication. The first website that Berners-Lee bought online from the Swiss Alps is still available. In 1990 to 1993, world's first IoT device invented. In 1990, John Rumicki created the first IoT device, a toaster that could be turned on and off over the internet. Um so a toaster that could be turned on and off over the internet. By 1991, he had automated the entire process by adding a crane system that inserted the bread as well as. Then in 1993, the world's first webcam prototype, the Torture Room coffee pot, was installed at the University of Cambridge to monitor the amount of coffee remaining in the brew machine. Uh, the next step is in 1998. Their father of ubiquitous computing, Mark Wieser, created a fountain outside his office. The flow and the height of the water mimicked the price trends, the volume of the stock market in real time. The 2008 crisis would have been a spectacular sight. In 1999, the internet thing is coined. This is a main era. In this era, people knows more knows about the IoT. So Kevin Ashton, the founder of Auto ID, titled a presentation he made at Procter and Gamble, the Internet of Things. Ashton linked the ideas of RFID, radio frequency identification, and the internet, which impressed the listeners with its innovativeness. While his idea of RFID based device connectivity differ from today's IP based Internet Protocol IoT, Ashton's breakthrough played an essential role in IoT history and technological development overall. Now, in 2005, the first smart home device is created. This device is Alexa and a Google Home. Was ambient electronic device shaped like a rabbit, able to alert its owner and speak to them about the weather, stock market changes, and RSS feeds, etc. In 1920, in 2019, the iconic bunny made a comeback for a limited time and a new Raspberry Pi brain. In 2008 to 2009, IoT is born. According to the Cisco, IoT was convinced between 2008 and 2009 when the number of connected machines surpassed the number of humans on the planet. Now, currently there is about 21.5 billion connected devices in the world, almost three times the number of people on the planet. In 2011, IoT added to the hype cycle for emerging technology. In 2011, Gartner, the market research company that invented the famous hype cycle for emerging technologies, include the Internet of Things on their list. This year, Gartner named Vodafone as a leader in 2021 Magic Quadrant for Managed IoT Connectivity Service for the seventh time in a row. Now, in 2013 to 14, IoT devices start using sensors. Thermostats and home lighting started using sensors to accurately sense the surrounding environment. This allowed people to control home lighting, garage door, and thermostat all from their phone. In 2014, the first smart city is created. The smart city test bed. Smart Docklands in Dublin provided a platform for innovators to test cutting edge technology solutions to local challenges, such as smart bins, smart monitoring, flood levels, and city sound monitoring sensors. Now, in the era of 2018, IoT enters the healthcare and health insurance industries. Healthcare devices represent one of the fastest growing sector of IoT market. The value of this sector, sometimes called the Internet of Medical Things, is predicted to reach 176 billions of 2026. IoT technology allow healthcare professionals to access patient data and improve the quality of wearable medical devices. Medical IoT solutions include blood glucose and heart rate monitoring, pacemakers, fall detection, and many more scenarios. Now, in 2020, IoT steps up in a response to the IoT COVID-19 crisis. In COVID time, 2020, heat detection cameras started popping up in all sorts of public spaces to measure people's temperature. Using infrared technology, the thermal cameras detect radiating heat from a body. Although these devices were originally not designed to be used for medical purpose, but they are often deployed by the firefighters to track police, to search for out of sight suspects and different scenario. Now in 2021, FIA creates a IoT forum. This forum is helpful in members to work with other members under the banner of this forum as the industry leading voice to enable the fire industry and the customers we serve benefits from IoT. So this is the history. Now the characteristics of IoT. So these are the some points I will discuss one by one. The first point is dynamic and self-adaptive. So in dynamic and self-adapting, the IoT device and systems may have the capabilities to dynamically adapt with the changing context and to take actions based on their operating conditions, user context, or sense environment. Now I am giving an example. Consider a surveillance system comprising a number of surveillance cameras. The surveillance cameras can adapt their modes based on whether it is day or night. The next one is self-configuring. In self-configuring, IoT device may have self-configuring capabilities, allowing a large number of devices to work together to provide certain functionality. So these devices have the ability to configure themselves. The third one is interoperable communication protocol. IoT device may support a number of interoperable communication protocols and can communicate with other device and also with the infrastructure. The next one is unique identity. Each IoT device has a unique identity and a unique identifier. IoT systems may have intelligent interfaces which adapt based on the context, allow communicating with users and environmental context. So IoT device interface allow users to query the device, monitor their status and control them remotely. And the last point is integrated into information network. IoT devices are usually integrated into the information network that allow them to communicate and exchange data with other devices and systems. So in IoT device can be dynamically discovered in network by other device or the network that have the capability to describe themselves to other device or user applications. For example, a weather monitoring node can describing its monitoring capabilities to another connected node so that they can communicate and exchange data. So I hope it is clear about the basic concept behind the IoT. So thank you so much.